following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
As we are set for senior night and this Super Tri contest, West Holmes playing host to Dalton Wooster and Claymont, and this Super Tri a little bit different than your regular Tri meet.
It is, because usually in a Tri meet you have 3 schools, wrestle 3 rounds, kind of a round robin style, but tonight we actually have 4 schools. We'll call it a Tri because each school is going to wrestle twice, but you're not going to wrestle everybody tonight, so there'll be 2 rounds of wrestling.
So 2 rounds of wrestling. West Holmes is going to see Dalton and OCC foe Wooster tonight.
Yeah, it looks like looking at the matches, looks like we're going to start off with Wooster, coached by Brian Teeter, and then we'll see Dalton in that second round, and then Wooster and Claymont will wrestle as well. And
probably a good idea, maybe each school, for at least West Holmes and Claymont, they're going to get to see each other, but those two could match up once you get to the tournaments.
Yeah, they won't wrestle each other tonight. They've seen each other once. They wrestled at the Claymont Super Duels. That was an 8-team tournament where 8 teams wrestled a dual mat format. So West Holmes kind of has an idea what they're about, but they will probably see them maybe first week of the sectional, at least at a minimum, definitely the district.
Either way, going to see some good matches out of both squads tonight, Wooster and Dalton. And most importantly for tonight for West Holmes, they get to honor the seniors.
Yeah, we have the 3 seniors, A.J. Roberts, who was, of course, man of the match just last Saturday with a pin that really turned that match around for West Holmes against Miami Trace to try to get themselves back down to Columbus for the state duels for the 6th time in school history. And then we got Cole Porter and Hunter McCluggage as well. So Cole Porter, of course, we talked about him winning his 100th career match. Hunter McCluggage, 100 career wins. All those guys have been honored as man of the match throughout the season at this point.
So we'll get to honor one more man of the match for this season tonight, and that's again brought to you by our friends at Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. And we'll see just how difficult it is to make a decision today, but I think we're going to see some good matchups in a few of these weight classes.
I do. I mean, I think, we thought we had an idea maybe who was going to get man of the match last week, and then we had some heroics in the final minutes that we weren't counting on. So, you're probably looking for a guy who, wins against maybe what is a good competition and a good matchup tonight on head-to-head, and then you're probably looking for a guy who has a clean sweep going 2-0.
So as we wait for the senior night festivities to get underway, we'll look at this first matchup between West Holmes and Wooster. Looks like Wooster has scratches at 126, 165, and 175, but it looks like other than that, we'll have a match at everywhere else.
Yeah, Wooster comes in. I was talking to their coach a little bit earlier, Brian Teeter. Of course, Triway wrestler himself. His brother Sean was a former head coach at Triway, and their dad was a longtime coach in and out with Triway and Waynedale. So wrestling family there, and they've been bit by a little bit of a bug there, and they kind of had to shut their room down for a few weeks to get everybody healthy and get everybody back. So I know he's excited to have him back, but he knows he's a little thin, and anytime you're wrestling West Holmes, forfeits are never going to bode well for the final outcome, I think.
And then we take a look at the other one. We're not going to have a camera on that mat, but it's going to be Claymont and Dalton, and again, 2 very proud programs as well. You look at what Claymont's been able to do on the mats. You look at what Dalton's been able to do against a lot of good quality opponents out of the Wayne County Athletic League.
Yeah, of course, Waynedale coached by Kyle Warner, a state champion himself down there at Claymont, and looking at them, they got a full lineup. I'm looking at Dalton, and unfortunately, I see 4 forfeits, so you're spotting them 24 points, and that's not something you'll want to do against Claymont. That's one of the top wrestling programs in the state for a lot of years, and I'm sure Coach Warner will have them right back to that same level very soon.
And, I think we see a lot of style similarities between Claymont and Dalton.
You do, and I think one of the things with Claymont is, we're all copycats. We all want to do what the winners are doing, so you're seeing us copy them.
We'll pass it over to Brent Kern for our senior night announcements.
Stand is open out in the commons area. As well, the West Holmes After Prom Committee is selling raffle tickets right now. If you'd like to pick up on a raffle ticket, one ticket is $5, five tickets $20. Drawing will be held February 15th. Our winner, a $750 gift card. That winning will be delivered to you. So again, the West Holmes After Prom Committee selling 50-50 tickets out in the Commons area. Again, it is senior night, and at this time, we'd like to recognize our 3 seniors who are going to be wrestling their final time, having their final appearance here inside the dungeon. Our first senior will be 132-pounder A.J. Roberts. He's being escorted by his parents, Chris and Colleen Roberts. A.J. will be a 4-year letter winner at the end of this year. Last year, he was a district alternate and a sectional placer, and also an OCC champion. This year he's been a placer at the Berkshire Battle of the Belt and the Cambridge Invitational. During his freshman year, he was an OAC state placer, finishing 4th, and he's also been a West Holmes and Wayne Invitational placer. Now, he did not wrestle his sophomore season due to injury. He has a career record here at West Holmes of 64-34 with 46 falls. He says his favorite sports memory was eating at Bob Evans after a 2-day tournament last year with the team, and also another favorite memory is teammate Wyatt Crabb. AJ plans to go to culinary school and pursue an MMA career. His advice for younger wrestlers is to work hard. Practice is important, and you get what you put into it. And he would like to thank all of his coaches for always pushing him to do better, and thanks to his little brother Oliver for making practices more fun. Our first senior, A.J. Roberts. Our second senior is 157-pounder Hunter McCluggage. He's being escorted by his parents, Brad and Amber McCluggage. At the end of the year, Hunter will be a 4-year letter winner here at West Holmes. He was a 2023 state qualifier, a runner-up at districts in 2023. He's been a 2-time district qualifier in 2023 and 2024, a 2-time sectional placer, a 2-time OCC placer, taking the championship this year and runner-up last year. He's been a 3-time West Holmes Invitational placer, also a placer at the Berkshire, Top Gun, Harding Classic, Olentangy Liberty, WIT, and West Muskingum Invitational placer. And his freshman year at the OAC Freshman State Tournament, he placed 4th. In his career at West Holmes, Hunter has a 127-56 record with 74 falls, and he's currently ranked number 8 in Division II at 157 pounds. Hunter has wrestled here at West Holmes since the 3rd grade. He says his favorite sports memories was qualifying for the state tournaments his 6th grade year, his 7th and 8th grade years, and also taking 2nd at districts his sophomore year and wrestling at the OHSAA state tournament. Also, all the overnight tournaments, Cole Porter and he always roomed together with the air conditioner on, as cold as it will go. Hunter's current plans are to, currently he's undecided for his future plans, but he looks to wrestle at the collegiate level. His advice for younger wrestlers is to listen to your coaches, always look for ways to improve, and don't dwell on negative results. Also, thanks to Coach Vaughn, because he does not approve pajama pants. And finally, Hunter would like to thank his mom and his dad for being supportive of him every step of the way. Thank you to his younger brother Cam for always being by his side, to his sister Bella and brother Tate for being his biggest fans, and Hunter says thank you to all my coaches for always believing in me. Our second senior, Hunter McCluggage. And our third and final senior is 175-pound wrestler Cole Porter. Cole's being escorted by his parents, John and Ashley Porter. At the end of this year, Cole will be a 4-year letter winner here at West Holmes. He has been a 2-time state alternate in 2023 and again last year, a 2-time district placer, a 3-time district qualifier, 3-time sectional placer, a 3-time OCC placer, a 3-time West Holmes Invitational placer, a 4-time Cambridge Invitational placer, two-time placer at the Olentangy Invitational Placer, champion at this year's Berkshire Battle for the belt, also a placer at Top Gun Harding Classic, and he was a third-place finisher his freshman year at the OAC Freshman State Tournament. So far, Cole has a record of 113-73 with 57 falls, and he's currently ranked number 14 at 175 pounds in Division II. Cole has wrestled since starting as an attack team member back in the elementary years. His favorite sports memory has been teaching Ian Doherty to play euchre, and then somehow Ian winning the first time ever playing the game. Cole's future plans are to attend college and study accounting, and he also plans on wrestling at the college that he attends. His biggest advice is to have fun with wrestling and always do extra if you can. He would like to thank all of his coaches for helping him become a better wrestler, his family for support they give him, and the West Holmes wrestling community for supporting the wrestling team. Our final senior, 175-pounder, Cole Porter. And once again, how about a nice round of applause for our three seniors, AJ Roberts, Hunter McCluggage, and Cole Porter. For these wrestling super
great way to honor the seniors here on senior nights as, again, you hear all those accomplishments, and, Will, you look back at what this program's just been able to do over the last 4 years of these guys' careers.
Yeah, and, these guys have put their time in, the youth accomplishments, the middle school, the OAC accomplishments. I mean, these guys have paid their dues, and, well earned for them and their parents to walk across that mat and be recognized tonight.
So the captain's going to be meeting here. We're going to have our national anthem, and it looks like Peyton Hudson is here once again. And again, always great to have her out here and singing, and I'm sure come softball season we'll have her. She'll have a mic down on the third base line as the Knights get prepared.
Yeah, and as they're doing the toss here to see who has to send out first, even or odds in this match is, if you haven't had a chance to hear Peyton Hudson sing, wherever you're at, get your people quiet so they can hear her, because she really does a nice job belting this out.
Our coverage today brought to you in part by the Richfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Holmes Wayne Electric, Hummel Group, Coffin Realty and Auction. And we'll get to the rest here in just a moment. Our national anthem brought to you by the Holmes County Veterans Service Center in Millersburg.
It's West Holmes sophomore, Miss Peyton Hudson.
By the dawn's early light, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And another great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by Peyton Hudson. Again, thank you to her for taking her time to come out and get us ready for tonight's matchup. Jake Sidle and Will O'Donnell with you. Our producer tonight is Natalie Holbrook. Our videographer is Abby Jones, who did a great job working double duty, went down and got the floor shots there of our seniors as we get set to go here over on mat number 1. And it looks like we're going to start at 106 pounders here, Will, and it'll be Mason Struck, I believe.
Well, I think what we're seeing here is we do have some JV matches that'll be contested, maybe just one or two in this first round. This looks like Wade Miller, who had some heroics with a pin for the Knights when he got some varsity action. Really, him and A.J. Roberts probably were the ones that were the deciding X factors in that matchup against Miami Trace.
You look at that pin he had against Miami Trace, he was kind of in some trouble, and then the Miami Trace wrestler just made a mistake and
right to a cement mixer. Wade Miller looking to keep going where he left off. He beat that shot, went out front to head with the cement mixer trying to do that. Now he's going to roll through with a far side cradle already. Good technique, knee in the ribs. He's going to stack them up. There it is. He didn't waste any time.
No time at all.
25 seconds. And now I think you're going to see us get into the main action for the night.
So it looks like it'll be 106-pounders, so it'll be Wyatt Crabb.
This will be Wyatt Crabb, and this should be Mason Strock for Wooster.
It will be Strock.
And this will be the start of the scoring in this dual meet here, right here. Strock in on a single leg. Good job fighting that off. Little crossface, spin around for a go behind by Crabb. Then roll through tilt here. See if he can scoop it up. No back points.
Got the one count at least, and he's not done. I think he saw something he liked.
He's going right back to it. A little sloppy though. He got a one count, and he's gonna not a reversal yet. He's got the leg. And he's gonna look for the back points right there when he was reaching over the head. Jumping right back to that cradle. Crabb just got to be under control here. There's a better job. We saw Wade Miller hit that. Now he's got the knee in the ribs. Let's see if he can get the fall.
He's got the 4 here, just waiting for the hold.
He's got about a minute left in the period. It'll be 7-0 at a minimum. Remember, he can get a fall in the out of bounds as long as he's got one supporting limb in. He awards it, so it's 7-0. Still got 50 seconds left in the period. Worcester wrestler trying to crawl off the mat. You can hear the referee saying work in, but he wanted to get a fresh start there in this referee's position.
Oh, that could, that's on the referee's mind now.
Yeah, and you know, it's a referee's judgment too. If he thinks you're attempting to completely get out of bounds and you're not trying to force the action, they can call fleeing the mat, and that would be a penalty point. Crabb with a good breakdown here. He's been doing a nice job staying on. He's got about 25 seconds. See if he can work one more turn here before the period's over. He's got that arm up on the back. See if he can do something with it. Down to about 10 seconds in the period. And that's how it's going to end.
I think he might have got confused there with the whistle come from the other mat. He looked up at the referee after it came.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a little tip for anybody when there's multiple mats. You know, wrestle till the referee taps you and tells you to stop, because you hear a whistle and you stop, that's on you. They're not going to stop the action just because you thought you heard a whistle. Crabb got a single leg, switches off to a double, see if he can get a lift here. Kind of cracks it back down to the mat. No points yet. There we go. Going to try to stack him up here. Got to bring him back in. He's still got a supporting limb, and he's got a cradle locked up. Now he's going to go for the fall. This is tight. There it is.
So a fall there for Crabb.
Now to get West Holmes off to a 6-0 lead immediately.
That's going to be huge there for West Holmes. I think we're going to look at 120. It's either going to be...
Well, I think we got a forfeit here for Liam Angle first. And I got to make a correction. A little birdie told me that Liam Angle's grandma said that Liam has not wrestled in the youth league all the way through. He didn't start wrestling until 7th grade, and I just want to say that makes all his accomplishments that much more impressive, that he doesn't have that wealth of experience. But also I want to let people know as a broadcaster that when a grandma corrects me, I make sure to get it on record. So Liam Angle, terrific wrestler, started wrestling in 7th grade. So for West Holmes, this should be Martin.
And I'm not sure if this is Unziker or Grasser.
Yeah, they had 2 of them weigh in there. Unziker looked like he might have been a little heavy to wrestle 120, so he's probably gonna be bumped out of the lineup. He came in at 124.6, and today's weight would be 122. So Martin representing West Holmes there with the takedown going to a bar tilt here. Call this a cowboy tilt. You lock up that bar, reach around the waist, grab the wrist of the same arm.
You'll have the 4 count.
Yep. He's going to switch back off to something else here. He's going to be up 10-1 after the quick 2 takedowns and the 4 back. Right back to a wrist and a bar. Oh, this is tight. He needs to jump sides. There it is. Should be able to stack this up. Half with the backside wrist. He needs to settle and get chest to chest.
There's another 4.
Yep, it'd be 14-1, but he went with those pinpoints. It's just a little high here. He's trying to adjust. There it is. That should do it. Yep, good technique. He recognized he wasn't chest to chest. He was a little high on the opponent, and he kind of made the adjustment, settled his chest down in a little deeper, and then took it to a quick pin. And West Holmes is going to jump up to a quick 18-0 lead here as we continue.
So this should be.
26 pounders for the Generals. It's Alex Unziker.
Well, this will be Unziker at 126.
Yeah, so they could be bouncing Malachi Stazowski out of the lineup and putting Unziker up. And of course, he's going to wrestle Gabe Umstead here. We've talked a lot about. He looked really good last weekend. He looked great at the West Holmes invite, and he's got a quick takedown.
Another kind of rolling through there.
Yeah, that roll through tilt. They trap that elbow.
Got a 1 count there, but nothing else.
It's not a move you're going to pin somebody with, but it is definitely a move that'll get you maybe 2-3 back points and grow that lead for you. And this will be potentially dangerous. They're going to stop that hold. You got minute 32 in the period. That was a quick takedown by Umstead. Right to that claw, kind of a spiral breakdown there he's trying to do. Same thing, he's trying to trap that elbow and wrist.
And cut him out there.
Yeah, I actually like that choice. That was a good first takedown he had. Wasted very little time. Martin did the same thing, got the quick takedown right back to your feet, get the second one. Another good single leg. Just got to rotate. See if he limp arms out. There we go. That's going to make it 6-1. Good low piece of technique there as he rotated. He got kind of trapped in there with a whizzer, and he just does the thing where you just kind of limp arm your arm forward and let the opponent's momentum fall to the mat. He's going right to that cradle. He's got it locked up.
Almost had him right to the mat there. It's
got about 46 seconds. It's going to be 10-1. He's got to get that knee in the rib and stack it up. The referee's having a little trouble getting down there to see it. Got him.
Got him.
Woo. Forfeit and 3 quick pins for the Knights. Nobody's gotten past the first period yet in this Wooster matchup. We'll see who they send out. See if they continue bumping their lineup. Right now, they've that one.
And we'll now go 132 pounders on mat 1 for West Holmes. It's senior A.J. Roberts, and for Worcester, Matthew Lee.
Yep, Matthew Lee. Of course, Roberts. His heroics down 14-2 Saturday against Miami Trace. Came up with a big takedown to a pin. Lee's in on a single. He's trying to dump it to the mat, and he does. No points awarded yet. There he's going to get it.
Number 2, the winner at 106 pounds. With a 10-8 decision, Cole Wallace of Claymont.
Roberts, nice job getting, didn't get a clean break. He's going to lift.
And he'll get the
Going to get the
reversal.
reversal. Boy, he almost had the
Right
escape.
to the back.
And Lee had a chance to cut him and just kind of get back to neutral, and he didn't, and he pays for it. Roberts with the reversal to a lift to a fall, and just like that, another Wooster wrestler pinned before we get out of the first period.
And it's 30-0.
West Holmes quickly running away with this one.
Our coverage today brought to you in part by Pomerane Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Rody's IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, and Homburns Insurance. And our man of the match today brought to you by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Our man of the match will receive a $25 Bellbucks gift card as well as a T-shirt courtesy of Bully Dogs.
Must be Ian Doherty out there. Looks like he's wrestling Daniel Rouse from Worcester.
We're on 138-pounders here.
Nice job dropping to that single on a reshot. See if Ian can bring this in the middle of the mat and finish it. First shot attempt got blocked by the Worcester wrestler. And then Ian, as he came back up, did a reshot, and he finishes it for a takedown with 3-0 lead here. He's got him broken down here. See if he can get a bar or a wrist. Going to that spiral breakdown. You kind of see him reach up around the neck with that one hand, call that a claw, and then you just spiral around the guy, put a lot of pressure on his upper body, kind of break him down. He gets the escape. We got about a minute left in the period. 3-1 Doherty. Another good tack to the low leg. That's 2 times he's been able to get low on that ankle and finish that.
And
might be on to something there.
And a good job by him to cover there.
Oh, he's got the arm bar. If he can get the wrist, he's got a chance to run this. Got to be under control with it. Oh, jump to that half. Referee's going to go potentially dangerous. Boy, he felt something. He had that wrist and that bar, and he wanted to run it, but you got to be gentle and you got to be slow with it. Referee's going to protect that wrestler's shoulder.
And we're on 138-pounders here on mat number 1. They're on 113 over on mat number 2.
It's been a pin fest over here in this Worcester match, so you got to like that if you're West Holmes. If you can finish this match early, you get a little rest time before you take on your opponent. Once again, Ian looking for that half, a good lift. Down to about 15 seconds. We might actually have a Worcester wrestler get to the second period here. Counting down from about 5 seconds. You want to stay tough with some forward pressure. Good job dropping to that leg. 6-1 lead for Doherty after 1. Worcester's going to defer. Let's see what Doherty does. Coach is going to put him down.
See if you can get a quick escape point here. Then we've seen him have 2 takedowns in that first period.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get back to his feet. He's looked pretty dominant there. He hasn't turned the Worcester wrestler, but he does get that quick escape. He's going for a headlock. You got to fight that. Nice job. He rolls through it. So he'll get the takedown and be up 10-1. It's Doherty right now in pretty good control. Like I said, he hasn't turned him yet. I mean, I think it'd be okay to kick him. He's trying to go for that far side cradle, trying to lock that up. If he does, he needs to get hip to hip. Wrestling over here on the edge.
Brought him back in.
Yep. Got about a minute 20 left in the period.
He's trying to work to the left side, I think.
They're going to go out of bounds here. I think Doherty should just kick him. He's been dominant on his feet. He's got 3 takedowns so far. He's yet to turn him. I think he could probably secure a tech fall if he went on his feet for a couple more takedowns. Got a minute left here in the second period. Worcester wrestler, of course, will have choice to start the third. 30 seconds here in the period. He's got the wrist, he's got the bar. He just hasn't been able to do anything with it yet. Twice it's been stopped for potentially dangerous, and that's going to be the third time as that hand kind of slid up on top of the shoulder. 20 seconds to go in the period.
He's breaking them down quick off these restarts.
Yeah, he has, and he hasn't had a problem with that. It's just he keeps, every time he gets into a turn situation, the hold's been broken. He's trying for a far side cradle, and finally he's able to get it over.
He's going to have
about 3 seconds. Yep. Okay, that's going to make it 14-1.
So another takedown will end it.
Yeah, and this will be the Wooster wrestler's choice, and he's going to go neutral. So, yeah, a takedown. They haven't put the points up yet, though. So you're right. I saw the hand go up for 4. It should be 14-1. Not sure why those points didn't go up. Takes a shot. He's got that elbow. He can switch off to a barrel roll. They're going to go out of bounds here. I think Coach Vaughn's trying to tell scorer's table, hey, we got 4 more points, and it looks like they're going to put those points up. Ian tried to throw him there. He's actually going to give up a takedown off that as the Wooster wrestler was able to roll through. Should be 14-4.
It should be 14-4.
Yeah, having some struggles over there. Got about a minute left here in the third. Wooster wrestler still the wrestler in control. Ooh, Ian tried to kind of flop out of there. He's going to end up on his back. He's going to need to fight this. Ooh, and he does. He's going to get the reversal. There's going to be back points awarded too to the Wooster wrestler. Should be 4. They're going to make it 16-8.
8. Yep.
16-8.
I think the
should have been
key.
17, but that's all right. Good stand up there by the Wooster wrestler, staying aggressive. Coming after Doherty. Still down 7. Nice shot. Ian's done a nice job with his reshots. What I mean by that is he stops the opponent's shot, and as the opponent tries to reset, he comes in off of it, and that's a technique you drill in practice. It's actually called shot reshot drill, and Ian's executed it well for about 3 takedowns tonight.
So with that win, 19-9.
That'll be a major decision. It'll be another 4 points for West Holmes.
So it's 34-0.
And I'll tell you what, we're entering that time of the match here where we're going to see Hiller, we're going to see Dixon, we're going to see Porter. You know, it's not going to get any easier for this Worcester team.
120 pounds. It'll be Daniel Madar for Claymont. He'll be picking up on a forfeit win. Over on mat number 1 at 138 pounds. It'll be Daniel Rouse of Worcester and Oliver Hiller.
Well, they just said Daniel Rouse. I thought he just won at 138, but.
And it'll be 126 pounders.
Yeah, we'll see. That was Daniel Rouse who wrestled that last round. Matthew Lee, of course, had wrestled against A.J. Roberts and lost by fall. So looking at this bracket, this actually should be Jalen Flinders. Oliver Hiller, of course, for West Holmes, a freshman. Kind of caught in a front headlock here. He's going to give up a go-behind takedown. It's going to make it 3-0 to start this period.
A good job by Hiller to get out of there.
Back up to his feet with a minute to go. See if he can work a takedown. You know, one of the things these young guys have to learn is takedowns. you need an angle. You can't just come straight in on a guy. Those are the easiest shots to defend, and they're going to beat those, and they're going to get front headlocks, and they're going to get go-behinds. You've got to get a guy out of his stance, either with movement or your hands, and get some type of angle. So, and that's one of the things Umstead, I think, does a nice job. When you see him get a shot, he's already out probably 45 degrees. He's not straight in. If the guy's going to sprawl, he's not carrying his weight. And that's a better shot there by Hiller. You can see he's out to the side, but he's able to beat that shot. He's got to be able to rotate up with that. And that's the second time his shots have been beaten. He's given up just a simple go behind. That's going to make it 6-1 with about 5 seconds to go in the period. West Holmes going to defer choice here. Worcester's going to go on bottom, looking to grow that lead up 6-1.
And on mat number 2 at 138 pounds, the winner with a fall in 1 minute 20 seconds, Ryan Jackson of Claymont.
Looking for a Peterson's here. He's got that arm and leg. If he can roll this, it would be about it could be a 7-point move. Hiller's got to fight this. Got a little high on top and got put in this position. See if he can get his arm free. Good job fighting that off. That's a big move if he can hit it. Tries to switch. Hiller's able to follow that. Now he's got him broken down. Let's see if he can put something together here.
He's having a hard time getting a hold of that arm.
Yeah, it looks like he wants that arm bar and that wrist, but this is one of the first times he's been able to break him down. Look, going to that butcher. He's got that tricep here. Got to get off the hips and kind of run it. Trying to run a cross-face cradle of his own. The Worcester wrestler just kind of hipping down and fighting that off. Oh, careful. Closing in on 30 seconds in the period here. Still 6-1. Of course, the Worcester wrestler chose down, and Hiller's got an arm bar now. See if he can just get that backside wrist right there. Good stand up there.
And on mat number 2 at 144 pounds, the winner with the fall in 1 minute 6 seconds, Drayvon Searcy of Claymont.
Down to 10 seconds in the period, 7-1. It's a good finish on the edge here. Good lift and finish by the Worcester wrestler. Total command right now. He's up 10-1. This will be Hiller's choice. They're going to put him down. He did get away once, so see if he can get back to his feet and look for some big move, because he's at that stretch in the match where nothing short of a throw and a pin is going to get you back in it. Good job fighting hands there by Hiller. Feels that hand come up on the head and he grabs it and secures it. You just got to slowly, methodically, one by one, get them, and he does. Gonna make it 10-2 here with about 1 minute 20 left. We're kind of running out of time. He needs a big move to get back in it. Down to about 1 minute. Nice double leg here by the Worcester wrestler. See if he can finish it. He's got his hips on the mat. Just needs to kind of climb up the back there and secure that takedown. Not a whole lot Hiller can do here, but maybe belly up once he feels control's getting away from him.
And we'll now go 165 pounders on mat number 2. Wrestling for Dalton will be Ethan Pelfrey.
going to make it 13-2. We wind down here. Wooster looking for their first win of the duel. West Holmes up 34-0. Gets in his third escape of the match with about 10 seconds to go. And unfortunately, that's probably the best shot he's had right there. That's what he needed early in the match, was a good sweep single where he got a good angle. A lot of times this shot just got beat because it was straight in. And that's something to build on if you're Oliver Hiller. That's something as a coach you show him on film and say, look at the difference. Look at the difference between that shot right there at the end. That's what you need to do more of. But it's going to be 13-6, so that's going to be a regular decision, 7 points.
That's a big takedown then from Hiller to
took
get
away
it
a major. Took away a major, absolutely. But like what I saw there in that very last takedown, that's something to go back to the room and work on.
So that'll take us to 34-3.
Of course, Loudon Dixon coming out here. Junior, returning state placer, two-time state qualifier. Took him about whopping 5 seconds to get that first takedown.
Dane Hoffman, he's listed as a 144-pounder, but weighed in at 147, so he looks like he's just filling in here at 150.
Yeah, they've got some guys obviously still out of their lineup, and they've had to take some guys maybe who are not quite as experienced even and bump them up a weight class, which doesn't bode well. So nice little shuck to a low ankle there for Dixon. So he's up 6-1, looking for a tilt. Oh, he's got that bar. He's trying to stack him up here. Gonna jump to the other side. Oop, we might have got a potentially dangerous, maybe even a full Nelson.
They did give him a full Nelson.
Yep, Dixon had a half, tried to jump sides. Didn't let the other hand completely slip off, so that'll be a penalty point for the Wooster wrestler. Dixon going to mount optional. Doesn't mean he's kicking him. Would have thought he was going to pounce on him there. You don't really need to do optional start unless you're pouncing, because you can just signal to the referee to let him be neutral. Quick snap down makes it 9-3. Going to get a tilt. It's going to probably get a 2 count there. Yep, 11-3. Got that arm bar and a wrist. Should be able to run this. There it is. Oh, that's tight.
I looked at that. I just saw it happen.
Well, I tell you what he does so well that we say run it at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and literally like a clock. Like his head is 12 o'clock. And when you run it at that angle, you stack that wrestler up tight. And that's something for young guys to look at. Sometimes they want to run that across the body. But when you run it at that little angle, it's going to be a fall every time.
I'll make it 40-3.
This will be Jordan Gerber for the Knights.
It'll be Brent Bernard.
And if I'm looking at this right, there should only be 2 more matches after this one in this duel. I see a wrestler at 175 for Cole Porter, and I see a heavyweight, Hunter Schuster.
And they're caught up and got past West Holmes over on mat number 2. It's a 165-pounders.
Well, there's been there's been quite a few pins, and there's actually been 4 forfeits for Dalton. So senior night could be a quick night for all schools involved here. Of course, Gerber's down 3-0. Worcester wrestler's got a leg in here. Trying to work underneath for a power half. Gerber right here on the edge. See if he can get out of bounds, get a fresh start. Of course, the outcome of this match obviously is not in doubt. Hasn't been for a while. 40-3 West Holmes, but we're going to see Gerber, hopefully Porter, and hopefully Sowers to wrestle yet.
Claymont leading Dalton 45-9 over on mat number 2.
Yeah, West Holmes, you know, it's too bad. Looking at those scores, it's probably too bad West Holmes and Claymont aren't wrestling each other. That would really be the match of the night here, but that's not the way it's going to play out tonight. West Holmes is going to wrestle Dalton next.
Well, you're going to see Claymont down the road a little bit in the postseason action, so.
We are, and you know, sometimes, you know, we've already, like I said, we've already seen them once, so we've had the opportunity to wrestle them head-to-head. So when you go for seeding at your sectional, if they're in your sectional, and that's yet to be determined, that head-to-head would qualify you ahead of your opponent if you've already defeated them. So, you know, probably no reason to see them a second time before that. We got about 15 seconds left in this period. Still 3-0 for the Wooster wrestler, Brant Bernard. Of course, as we talked, you know, man of the match will be awarded by Bully Dog Towing, and I know JB Barton's probably watching this right now. So, JB, thanks for doing this season. This will be the last time we get to do it, but it's been a pleasure to call these matches.
It's been great to have JB hop on with us this season for the man of the match, and you know, as you said, he's probably tuned in. He should tune into some of his Facebook live streams on the Bully Dogs Towing Facebook page. Always entertaining.
It is, and it's 4-0 here. The Worcester wrestler got an escape, and he's going to get another go behind. That's going to make it 7-0. He's starting to climb in that area of looking for a major decision here. Kind of breaks Gerber down here. He was looking for a cross-face cradle, and he was able to break that. He's got that leg in. Let's see if he can do something with it. He's got to flatten Gerber out first, and then maybe he can look for a Turk or something to get more back points. And that's exactly what he's trying to do here. He's kind of scooping that head. He's got to post that left arm and kind of crawl away from Gerber here, try to stretch him out. There he goes. Got a 1 count. That's not going to get it. He's got to pressure that head. It's his coach over there trying to explain to him how to exercise that. That looks like Clint Carmody. Of course, Clint Carmody's second in the state at 160 pounds for West Holmes many years ago, helping out at his alma mater as well, though. It's up on that power half. Gerber's a strong kid. He hasn't been able to push that through yet. Let's see if he can get it. It's getting close. Just got to be able to stretch it a little farther to meet the criteria. Got 20 seconds in the period. See if Gerber can fight off this back points. Nothing yet.
Never ended up getting it there.
No, not yet. He's going to try to go back to it. He's got about 10 seconds to work it. Of course, it'll be Gerber's choice in the third. See what their coaches decide to do here. Going to go neutral, he says. Well, Gerber's been taken down twice, but they probably saw him getting worked on there with those legs, and they thought, let's go up here and not go back underneath. Good shot there by the Worcester wrestler. Gerber trying to fight it.
And we've seen
he's got to get that leg back. Good job elbowing out.
We've seen Gerber have some good takedowns of his own when he's on his feet.
We have, and he hasn't really been able to secure anything here. He's in a little trouble there.
Almost looked like Barnard just kind of.
Yeah, the first time Barnard kind of did a little thing we call an elbow out and tried to come through. And that second time, he just kind of ducked up underneath it. And that's going to make it 10-0. He's putting together quite a match.
Almost used Gerber's momentum against him to just take him straight down to the mat.
Yeah, I think Gerber was just trying to gamble and get a head and arm and see if he can muscle something over. And Worcester wrestler did a nice job recognizing that. He's got about a minute 10 left here. He's 5 points away from a tech fall. He's got a half opportunity. Gerber's got that wrist. He's got to keep that and prevent it. Just at about 30 seconds here, still 10-0. It's just a major decision. This would be worth 4 points for Wooster. Of course, score would be 40-7 at the conclusion of that. "20 seconds.
Now 10 seconds left.
And mat number 2 picking up on the win with a 17-2 check ball.
That'll make it 40-7. And we're going to have Lincoln Gones coming out. I think he's going to take a forfeit if I'm reading this weigh-in sheet correctly.
Now up for the mat number 2, 285-pounders for Dalton. It's Cohen Riggenbach. And for Claymont, Brayman Hewlin.
Looks like we might have a match here.
Well, I'm looking at the only guy in that area would be Sawyer Mann. We'll see if that's who it is. I think this is a forfeit, though.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we're going to see Sawyer Mann of Worcester wrestle Cole Porter here at 175. And then West Holmes should get forfeits at 190 and 215.
They're on heavyweights over on mat number 2, and it's going to be Claymont getting the win in that one. They're leading 51-20 in the team score right now.
High crotch switches off to a double. Looked like he wanted to lift, maybe even snap it off to a little dump there for a second. He's got a toe in. He can get the fall. You can see just the tip of his right toe is in.
Got a 4 count at least.
Yeah, and he's smart about that. He knew right where he was at on the mat and kept that back foot in just by a toe, literally. And that's going to make it 7-0. He's going to go neutral right away. So minute 25 left, 7-1 lead for Porter. See if he goes right back to that high crotch. He wanted it there, off the elbow tie. There it is, right to a dump. That's a nice little series there.
And we saw him do this in the state dual meet, too.
Oh, this is tight. There it is.
Got him.
Yep. Yeah, that was a nice series. He hit that first high crotch, and he went to a little bit of a lift off of it. That second one, he just snapped off what we call a dump, which is a great way to do that and save yourself a little energy here. And if Post 192 there in Millersburg, if they're listening to this match, I know they are. Hopefully they're enjoying their pasta dish, which I'd like to say I had put a little bit of effort into preparing, but I'll give the bulk of the credit to my wife, Dawn. But if JB's listening as well, and I hope he is, we want to give a big thank you to everything he's done for football and wrestling here from Bully Dog. And we should see another forfeit here for Hawkins, and then our last match of the night should be Hunter Schuster, a heavyweight, coming in at 253.8, and Dylan Sowers, who weighed in at 221 tonight. So he's going to be giving up about 32 pounds.
So what kind of pasta did you make, Will?
You know, I'm not really sure. I think it was rigatoni.
Rigatoni?
Yeah, I believe so.
You didn't make the sauce?
You know, I did help with the meat sauce.
Okay.
I did, actually. I slaved over that for hours.
You should have brought me some. I would have. We could have.
Well,
done
we might get done early enough here tonight. We could stop by and get some.
We could have done a live taste test on the air and judged Will's cooking.
Be kind. Sowers in a little bit of an over-under here. I don't think he wants to be here. I think I'd pummel out of this if I were him. Ooh, he's locking up a bear hug. See if he goes for it. He's close. He's got it locked. Got to get your hips in front. Ooh, he slips that headlock. Worcester wrestler felt himself going down through a headlock out of desperation. Sowers going to get that first takedown. This is where he wants to be, on top right here. He's got that butcher. Let's see if he can walk us around the head. Looking for that fall. That's a nice sit, nice job. That's tight. He's got it bundled up well. There it is. 70-7 will be your final score for the Knights.
And that's a huge dual meet win. West Holmes going to get that win 70-7. They'll take on Dalton here in just a little bit. Again, our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Holmes Wayne Electric, Hummel Group, Kaufman Realty and Auctions, Pomeranian Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Roadies, IJ Marketplace, Premier Pharmacy, and Hobron's Insurance. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with West Holmes and Dalton next here on WKLM. Well, we've got an extra match going over on mat number 2.
Yeah, this will be Chris D'Alessandro, a freshman for West Holmes. Going to get an exhibition match against a Claymont wrestler before we start this next duel. And he's going to give up a takedown right away there. He's going to get kicked out. Back in on the leg is the Claymont wrestler. Another trip, that's going to make it 6-1. And he's going to kick him a second time and make it 6-2. So we're 25 seconds in, D'Alessandro down 6-2 based on those 2 takedowns, those 2 kickouts. Ooh. D'Alessandro with a shot there, he's able to beat that. He's going to make it 9-2, he's going to kick him again. He's going all takedowns right now, this is 9-3. Another shuck to a takedown. Going to kick him again. Going to make it 13-4. Another takedown. 15-5. Just a snap down again. 18-5. A little bit of mismatch right here on their feet with the Claymont wrestler and D'Alessandro. It's going to be 18-6 after that kick out, so another takedown should be all she wrote. Oh, but he got the takedown, and he's able to fight his back. So that'll be the match. They'll go minute 18 into that, and we've got 21-6. So that would be 7 takedowns.
7 quick takedowns and in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, when you see that, obviously you've got a guy who's a little superior wrestler on his feet. I'd rather see a guy work maybe 2 or 3 solid takedowns, and then let's see what you can do on top with a wrestler, not just simply go take down like that. I know it worked out, but still, it's about getting better and working everything in your arsenal there. I would like to see the Claymont wrestler try to work some stuff on top.
We'll take one more timeout. I think we're just got to wait a little bit for these wrestlers to be able to go again.
Yeah,
so Will and I will be back.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we're going to have more extras over here.
Are we going to have more extras over here?
Yeah, I'm looking at Cohen Wilson and Easton Ross over there. One of them's going to come out and get a match, and then I think Wilson's going to come out second. So luckily for West Holmes, Wooster didn't have the lineup to provide us very many matches for extras. I think we only got to see Wade wrestle, Wade Miller. But we're going to get to see 3 matches here between Claymont and West Holmes just with the extras. And, Coach Vaughn's doing the right thing here. You're getting your kids experience, and you're getting them match time. So it's be Easton Ross out here, the freshman at 215 against Claymont.
You think back to that Indian Valley duel last week, Ross, again, if he had 5 more seconds.
Yeah, that was one of probably the loudest we've heard this gym in years out here. Ross gives up that first takedown, though, on a go behind. Claymont wrestler going to kick him, much like his teammate did. Let's see if Ross trying to work at arm drag to a single there. He's in on the leg. Let's see if he can finish this. Got to drop down to that ankle. That's a good job. Work to center. Don't let him go out of bounds on this finish, Ross. He's able to get his leg free. Did a good job dropping the ankle, picking that leg up. Just need to walk him back into the center of the mat. Good little double leg. See if Ross can fight this takedown. He's going to get a second one of the match and go up 6-1. Of course, we were talking about Claymont and some of the things they do. You know, most of the teams in the area that down there by them, Indian Valley, New Philly, you think about those schools. You know, Claymont made a living, literally a living, won a state title off just a cross-face cradle. And it's something that a lot of teams saw them had success with, and they realized they better start doing it too because they're hitting it on us all the time. And if you look at the area and the wrestling down that way, the influence that move had on the style of wrestling that you see, it's undeniable. And you know,
I think we talked about it in that Indian Valley duel. We still see the Braves do that. We've seen some of the other.
Ross got a chance here, right at the edge of the mat. He got an escape. I'm not sure if the Claymont wrestler was letting him go, but then he did a quick reshot to a double, and he got a takedown. Narrowed it to 9-6 after it was 9-2.
To finish my thought, I think we still see a lot of the IVC teams use that crossface.
Yeah, and West Holmes does too. It's a powerful hold. You maybe don't see it quite as much in the college level, but in high school you certainly do. Tell you what, Ross doing a good job with this whizzer. Oh, boy, he had a chance, kind of bull rushed him. I thought he had a chance to get the Claymont wrestler onto his back. He's going to give up 3 takedowns. He's going to give up 4 back. It's going to go to 16-6 in a hurry. He battled back all the way from 9-2 to make it 9-6.
He's got a hold of the leg.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think throw half. Oh, he just missed a half opportunity. 16-8. The Claymont wrestler looked like he kind of, I don't know if he was trying to kick Ross out, but Ross would have none of it. And he got the reversal. He just, I think he's trying to let Ross go once in a while. And Ross just pounces on him. I'm going to tell you what, if you learned anything from watching Ross wrestle in that Indian Valley match, you're going to have to wrestle him hard for all 6 minutes because he's not going away. And he's got a lot of heart and a lot of tenacity for a freshman wrestling 215. And he's been varsity for a great deal this season. He's had some battles with Grady Hawkins in that room, they say. We're looking at 16-8. Just about 50 seconds left here in the second period. Good job following the hips there by Easton. He's got to flatten him out, see if he can work a turn. Still got enough time to get yourself back into this match. Got that backside wrist. If we could just sneak a half in there, it'd be tight. There it is. Got to run it. Oh. Snaps it across. That's a good job. Keep running it. Get your hips up higher than him. Well, I don't think people realize how close he was to just turning him there. He's got about 4 seconds in the period. Still a lot of match for Ross. He can get back in this. See what they do.
He's going to go down.
Yep, he's going to go on bottom. Well, he's had an escape. He's had a reversal. He gave up a 7-point move when it was 9-6. I thought he was right back in that match. That's a good stand-up. Get some hand control. It's a good job driving him off the mat. He came up, looked like he had to stand up. Didn't quite have enough hand control, and the wrestler just kind of reshot as he squared up on him. See if he has another quick stand-up in him. Looking for a switch, right to a stand-up, squares up. 16-9. This Claymont wrestlers hit a lot of double legs on Ross. We've got to work up with this now. Got to pull it back in here. You're still in bounds. There's 2. 16-11. I think Coach Vaughn says kick him out. I would too. I think he's getting a little tired. Got to let him square up. No, he didn't square up. If you're going to kick him, you got to let him actually get a loss of control. You got to let him come all the way up to his feet. There we go. 17-12, still in this match, though. Takedown would bring you within 2. Get your leg back, Ross. Kind of pulled him into him there. He wanted to get a spin around. He was on the edge. He kind of tried to pull him back in bounds, and he pulled him back onto his feet, onto him. So it's 20-12. We got a minute to go. He's going for the hook and roll. See if he can turn into him. Turn in. They got the score all wrong. They got to fix this. 19-14. There you go. You got 30 seconds left. We're running out of time here. You're going to have to be aggressive. He's trying to go out front and load up a cement mixer. Claymont wrestler just kind of clamming up on bottom. I get it. I would too. But Ross, you got to dig that arm in. We have 15 seconds. Just got to get that bar wrist. There you go. Now you got to get out and run it. You're down to short time. 5 seconds. I think he's going to come up just a little short. That's a good match, though. 19-14.
Number 2 in the junior varsity matchup, the winner with a 19-14 decision. It's Calvin Edwards of Claymont.
Still good experience for him there.
Was.
A very good match.
It was. It really, I tell you what, there was that one little flurry at 9-6. There was a 7-point swing. I thought Ross was in great position to score, and he just was a little out of control, and the wrestler was able to kind of roll him out of it as he bull rushed him and turned that as a 7-point swing. The difference, of course, only 5, but very winnable match, especially as the match moved on. It looked to me like the Claymont wrestler was starting to get tired.
Yeah, it looks like that was going to be our last extra matchup there, so we'll go ahead and take another timeout here. Maybe not.
Yeah, and if you look at that, West Holmes has had enough time to rest and recover. Both teams did while that exhibition match was going on, so we should get right back into it. It only took about 45 minutes for that first round, and then we did those extras. And looking at Dalton, I'm looking at 4 forfeits in their lineup, so I think you're only looking at 10 contested matches in this next round.
Again, our coverage today brought to you in part by Pomerane Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, MRV Siding Supply, and Rody's IGA Marketplace. Our man of the match for West Holmes is presented by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. They'll get a $25 gift card and a T-shirt courtesy of our friends over at Bully Dogs.
And we should see Wyatt Crabb here starting off at 106 for the ninth. It could be Ethan Humard for Dalton.
And once again, wrestlers, a reminder, I need you to come to the head table.
We'll see here.
And now up on mat number 2, 106-pounders for Claymont. It's Cole Wallace. In for Worcester, Mason Straub.
Yep, I definitely see Wyatt Crabb coming up here.
Number 1, 106-pounders for Dalton will be Ethan Humard. In for West Holmes.
So Ethan Humard. Saw Crabb take advantage of an early flurry, able to get a pin against the Wooster wrestler.
Yeah, he did. We had a lot of pins. We scored 70 points out of a possible 84 in a match. It was 14 weight classes, but Crabb came out, gave up that first takedown quickly to an escape. Humard with a nice low attack on that ankle. Crabb snaps him to the mat. Got to get a little higher than him. He wanted that cement mixer himself.
And at 113, it'll be the winner, Nash Edwards of Claymont, on mat number 2. Now up on mat number 2, 120 pounds.
Nothing yet. He had a little bit of a barrel roll, though. Crabb's sneaky in this position, obviously. Seen that all year. He needs to cover that low leg, the Dalton wrestler does. If he secures that, he could probably lock that hip to the mat. There we go. Right now it's 6-1. We got about 44 seconds left. Going for a tilt of his own. Got a 1 count. That's not going to do it, though. There'll be no back points yet. A little roll through tilt. That was a nice series. Got to get his hips up. He's going to be up 10-1 right now. 20 seconds in the period. See if he's got one more tilt in him. Does a good job working that series in combination. He hit the first tilt, let him go back to his stomach, rolled through, hit his third one now. I think he's got a 2-point count there. Crab's going to get an escape before the end of the period and make it 12-2. So he's going to be down 10 going into the second. Whew. Crab's going to defer. Going to go top. I would too. You hit him in 3 tilts. You know what he's going to do. You got to get some hand control. He kind of reaches back. That's not going to help you. Drops that leg. Crab kind of chance to pass that arm over his head. No change in control here. About 30 seconds left used up there. This is where the Dalton wrestler wants to be, right here. Flatten him out when he comes up. He looks for these tilts.
1 minute 49 seconds, staying on the guard of Claymont. Now up 126-pounders on mat 2 for Wooster. It's Alex Unziger, and for Claymont, Abrielle.
Got about just under a minute now. Humard's still up 12-2. He's got a double arm bar here on Crab. They're going to stop that for potentially dangerous.
On mat number 2 at 126 pounds, the winner with a fall in 19 seconds, Natalie of Claymont.
Closing in on 30 seconds in the period. Still 12-2, Dalton.
And now up on mat number 2 at 100 and...
Crab hasn't been tilted this second period from that bottom position. But he hasn't threatened to score yet. Hasn't done anything to close this gap. He's got that arm bar and wrist. He's trying to step over the head. Now he's going to get the count. Right here, we get a 4 count before the end of the period. That's going to make it 16-2, so he's 1 point away from securing the tech fall. Crab's going to go on top, so he's got to pin him, or if he gets an escape even, it's match over. Crab's locked up a cradle there. See if he can get hip to hip on him. Got to knock that. Oh, he's going to roll across his own back. He's going to get some back points out of this, though. He can get a 4 count. He make it 16-6.
Well, you know, we talk about Crab's.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He wants the fall. He's not in a great position to get that. He's going to have to reset. There we go. He's going to make it 16-6. Let's see if Crab can go back to another cradle. Oh, get a half. Oh.
We talk about his ability to flurry, but he's looked good on top a few times this season.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he almost turned him a second time there. He's still in control, technically. See if he steps over him. Humard's still technically on bottom, but he's going to get the reversal. Going to make it 18-6, so it's a 12-point lead. He was a point away, but he gave up that 4-point fall. Potentially dangerous. Crab's one of those guys, you look at him, he's got that lanky build. You get him in those arm bars, he's really flexible, and a lot of those holds sometimes, as you start to run him, a referee's going to stop it. Oh, he's got a boot in and a power half. Got a 1 count. So no back. Once again, going to be potentially dangerous. You kind of hate wrestling those guys. They're almost like they're double jointed, you know. You start running stuff and their shoulder goes to a place and you think, man, most people would turn by now. And when they don't, you try to run a little farther and ref just steps in. Another 1 count, so no points awarded again. We're down to about 20-some seconds. Crab trying to survive this and only lose by a major. Of course, it'd be 4 points for Dalton as a team. Oh, he's got a half. Nothing there yet. He's got to get under that arm. If he does, he's got a chance. See if the ref lets him work it. Nothing yet. Down to about 4 seconds. 1. Nope. He might get 2 back, or is that 2-1 counts?
I think it was 2-1 counts.
Yep. So 18-6. It's going to be a major decision. Dalton will jump out to a 4-0 lead. Of course, we got for West Holmes, this will be Liam Angle, the freshman. Of course, Axel Ryder for Dalton, as you heard, and this will be Liam Angle, the freshman for West Holmes. Wrestling since 7th grade. Make sure we get that in there. Ryder right in on a hard single. Nothing yet. Ian's still fighting this takedown. No points awarded yet. The head pops out. There we go. 3-0 Dalton.
For Worcester, it'll be Malachi Stasiowski, and wrestling for Claymont will be Ryan Jackson.
Ian's going to go back to center here, down 3-0. Minute 20 on the clock.
An update from mat number 2, 138-pounders. Claymont with a 29-0 lead over Worcester.
Ian doing a good job fighting those hands, passing that arm over his head. That's a good piece of technique on that escape. Felt that cradle coming. Passed that arm over his head and stood up away from it. So see if he can work a takedown here. Ooh, nice hard shot by Ryder. Lost that arm as he came in. No points yet here. See if Ian can come out the back door. That's a great flurry there by the freshman. A good hard shot. I think he wanted a barrel roll, the Dalton wrestler did. Lost that arm, and Ian kind of grabbed the leg, did a little bit of a gator roll, and came up the backside. So he's going to be in the lead 4-3 here with about 15 seconds left in the period. I'd like to see him hold this lead. Going heavy on that head. He's trying to bunch up a far side cradle himself. Going to return him to the mat. Got 3 seconds. Got to stay tight. It's a good period. Good job working the escape, getting that takedown. I think, going to put him neutral. I'll tell you what, he's been good on bottom. He's done some nice job working escapes. See if he can get a good shot of his own. Right now, another good angle there by the Dalton wrestler. Got to play some shot defense here if you're Angle. Got to keep extending those arms and try to break those hips down. They're going to give him the takedown there off that double, and he switched off. That's going to make it 6-4. Dalton. got that wrist he's trying to work at and put that bar up on his back, and Ian's doing a good job of wrist rolling and reaching down, fighting hands. Another good stand-up. Nice cutaway, right to a shot. I don't know if they gave him the escape, though, yet, because he shot so quickly. Got to get that clean break here. I don't think there's a change the way the referee's holding his hand. I think he's still saying the Dalton wrestler's in control.
I think you're right.
I think he shot too quick. He had a nice cutaway, and he wanted to shoot off of it, but he never secured the escape. So it's still 6-4 here with about 45 seconds left. That's exactly what they're going to call. Another good stand-up. Down to about 30 seconds in the period, 6-4. Tell you what, there's a lot of match. This thing's close. See if you can get one escape right before this period. $15 seconds. Down to 5. We're going to go to the third period here. Dalton wrestler goes neutral. A little surprised by that. Thought maybe he'd want to get that escape point. 6-4, takedown will give you the lead if you're Angle.
I wonder if he saw something that he thought he could take him right to his back.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's hit some good doubles. Ian got the one takedown off a flurry that he created, but he hasn't been able to get a great shot of his own off yet. 9-4 here. Good stand up. There's a good cutaway. Now he broke free. Right back in on that shot. The Dalton wrestler doesn't waste any time going straight in on these hard double legs. He's trying to step over that leg. Once he can do that, he can lock the hip on. Ian kind of rolls through. Nothing yet for either wrestler. He's going to lace a leg. He could come out of this with 2 if he can get his arm free. There we go. There we go. Right to his back. Fall back with it. Fall back with it. Ah! They're going to stop that. It's going to be 9-8, though. I think Ian's got to stay on top, work a turn. He hasn't really, his takedowns have come off of flurries. I think he tried to work one good turn here, one good tilt. He's got that arm bar. 36 seconds. Coaches are talking about it here, see if they want to try to turn. 30 seconds in the match, 9-8 still Dalton. He wanted to kind of dig in a little tilt there. He's running out of time. He's closing in on 20 seconds. Trying to go cross-face cradle here. Dalton wrestler just kind of bellying up, just trying to stave off back points. Ooh, push this through. You still got feet in. That's going to be matched. It's going to end up 9-8. It was a good battle there by Angle. Just couldn't quite get that turn in the final 40 seconds.
A good response in that third period. Like you said, he got that one takedown kind of off a flurry, but then when he ended up on top.
Yeah, there's no quit. I mean, the effort's there. The attitude's right. I mean, he's going to be a fun kid to watch. I mean, he's only going to get better and better. And, you know, what I hear, he works hard in the room. So those are all great things to have. And the best thing is he's only a freshman.
Well, that'll make the team score back to 1 point, a forfeit at 120-pounders.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have one more forfeit here at 126. This should be Gabe Umstead winning by forfeit. So West Holmes, by virtue of 2 forfeits, is going to be up 12-7.
126 pounders. Dalton will forfeit. Forfeit win going to Gabe Umstead of West Holmes.
Again, our coverage today brought to you in part by Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Holmes Wayne Electric, Hummel Group, and Kaufman Realty and Auctions.
Wooster, it'll be Sawyer Band, and wrestling for Claymont, Quade Shaw. Now up on mat number
And also just a reminder, folks, if you are looking for something to watch after this wrestling action is over, you can go over to the other channel on the WKLM YouTube page and catch the end of the Triway and West Holmes boys basketball game. Matt Croy on the call of that one.
Okay, we're going to get to see A.J. Roberts. They're actually bumping Roberts up to 138 here. They let Ian Doherty come out and take the forfeit at 132. And he's going to be wrestling Cale Ediger for Dalton. Roberts got that head and that arm. He's looking for a cement mixer of his own here. If he can get him to come up off his knees, he could kind of turn this loose, step into it. Dalton wrestler kind of feels that. He's kind of hunkering down on that elbow. Roberts switches off, drops to a single. Going right out to the head. We saw this Saturday. See if he locks it up. He does. He's going to cover the leg. He's got the 2. Just got to stack them up here. Turn him back in. There it is. That'll be it.
Big win there.
Yep, pin. That's going to make it 24-7. And then we're going to probably see Dixon against Austin West.
senior A.J. Roberts.
Well, actually, this will be Oliver Hiller. And then Dixon's probably going to get a, well,
Now up on mat number 2.
they do have a 50-pounder, but they don't have a 57-pounder. But let's see if they let him wrestle Dixon. Depends on who has to send out for first. If I was Dalton, I'd probably send him out against the sophomore Gerber, not Dixon. But we'll see who's under the responsibility to send out.
In for West Holmes, Oliver Hiller. Now up on mat number 2, 215-pounders. Wooster will be forfeiting, so the forfeit win going to Kendall Redeker of Claymont. Now up on mat number 2, 285-pounders. For Wooster, it'll be Hunter Schuster.
Nice little single. There we go. Started this match like you finished the last one with a good sweep single there. Good. Maybe he had a little bit of a light bulb go off in that last match because that was a solid takedown. And the Dalton wrestler kind of reaching and just snapped off a single. Now he's working him for an arm bar and a half. Hiller looking for a quick fall. And he got it. Took him 42 seconds. Nice match there.
Number 1, the winner at 144 pounds in the fall in 42 seconds.
That'll make it 30-7. And that's something I think Oliver Hiller's been looking for. He's had a few rough matches. But that's a really big one for his confidence.
And we talked about this, a freshman 144-pounder. You're wrestling some of the best athletes on everybody's team. Those are just 44, 50, 57. Those are just prime weight classes in Ohio high school wrestling. And it was 2 good takedowns there. Like I said, he started that match like he finished the other one with a good sweep single. And I tell you, that's something to hammer home to him because that's something he can get better and better at. That's a go-to takedown. Dixon with a quick ankle pick. He's going to go right back to his feet. Single leg here. Bring him back in. Nothing there. Got an underhook and an arm. Let's see if he steps in for a throw. Kind of over there on the edge. They're going to go out of bounds back to the center. Dixon got that quick takedown, that ankle pick right away. kicked him and hasn't been able to get that second takedown yet. Good use of heavy hands. Nothing yet. Covered his hips and that ankle, but he's got that whizzer. That's going to stop the ref from giving control. He's going to make it 6-1 there. We're going to go out of bounds. We got 41 seconds left in the period.
Meanwhile, they're at heavyweights over on mat number 2, and Claymont a 76-0 lead over Wooster.
Yeah, of course, West Holmes won 70-7, I believe. So it's been a rough night over there for the Worcester Generals in their 2 duels. They probably would have liked to wrestle Dalton. Dixon's got that arm bar in her wrist. Let's see if he can run it over. He's got it. This could be stacked up. Let's see if he can get the fall before the period ends, and he does.
10 seconds left and hit it in 50 seconds on that one.
Going to make it 36-7 as we go to the 157-pound weight class. This will be Gerber. According to this weigh-in sheet, I don't see a kid at this weight for Dalton.
57-pounders. Dalton will be forfeiting, so picking up on the forfeit win will be Jordan Gerber of West Holmes.
So that'll make it 42-7.
And we'll now go 165-pounders on mat number 1.
This will be Lincoln Gones, sophomore for West Holmes. Lincoln, of course, wrestled a lot of varsity last year as a freshman at similar weight classes, and he had a forfeit win in that first round.
Pelfrey wrestling for Dalton.
And on that single leg, picks it up. He's going to cover that right there at the edge. So he's going to be up 3-0, 17 seconds into the match. Pelfrey's going to go back up on his feet.
I thought Lincoln might have gotten out there right when they were on the edge, but
yeah, he was close. Pelfrey kind of pounced back in on that leg, and the referee didn't give a clean break and control. But he kicked him out as it was. He's got that quick takedown. It's a nice high crotch shot through that elbow. Hasn't finished it yet, though. That time he will. It's going to be up 6-1 here. We're about 1:12 left in the period. We're going to go out of bounds. We got 30 seconds in the period. Pelfrey kicked him out that first time. I was kind of surprised he wasted that much time on top. I thought maybe he'd go right back to his feet.
well, it's a final 82-0 over on mat number 2. A closely contested heavyweight matchup, but the Claymont wrestler able to get a pin in the third period there.
Yeah, we'll get some extra matches. It looks like we're going to get some extra matches over there. There'll be a third takedown of the period for Pelfrey. 9-2 with about 10 seconds left in the period. I'm not sure if I was Pelfrey, I'd worry about doing anything else but staying on my feet. He hasn't shown an ability. He's been able to ride Gones and break them down, but he hasn't been able to turn them. Well, Coach Vaughn's thinking, what do we do here? See if Pelfrey even messes with riding them.
And in the junior varsity matchup over on mat 2, picking up the win with the fall in 27 seconds, Abrielle of Claymont. And that will wrap things up for the duel between Wooster and Claymont. Again, the final team score, Mustangs 82 and Generals 0.
Still 9-2. Gones got to his feet. Pelfrey dropped right to that leg and returned him to the mat.
Best of luck to you in the remainder of your season.
Pelfrey looking for that bar and that tilt. He's got a leg in here. A little bit of half. Gones a big, strong kid. He's fighting this off. He's able to muscle it over. He's going to get at least a 2 count. Let's see what he's got. Going to give him 2. That's going to make it 11-2. 9-point lead. That'd be a major decision for Dalton. Just under a minute, 11-2.
And we'll have a junior varsity matchup on mat number 2. It'll be Claymont.
They're going to return him to the center, 11-2 with 46 seconds left. Good stand up there. Pelfrey able to drop to that, go and squares up. Going to give him the escape. He's going to come out the back door here after this double leg shot. He's going to probably make it 14-3, and he does. So he's up by 11 with 30 seconds to go. Down to 20 seconds. Down to 10 seconds. Got that bundled up. See if he can get that butcher and turn it. If he gets a 4 count, this will be match. See what they give him. That'll be 18-3. That'll be a tech fall.
And that will wrap things up on mat number 1. The winner with an 18-3 tech fall at 165 pounds, Aiden Pelfrey.
So that'll make it 42-12. And once again, our coverage today brought to you in part by Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Roadie's IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, and Hobron's Insurance. And our Bully Dogs Towing Man of the Match going to go to our most outstanding wrestler from West Holmes this evening. They'll receive a $25 Bell Bucks gift card and a T-shirt courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery.
This will be Cole Porter, wrestling Jack's rider for Dalton. Cole, of course, won by fall in his first period in that Wooster match. Ryder in here on a single leg. Porter kind of beat the shot. He's got peel hands. There you go. There you go. Broke the hips down, spun around. Got that takedown. Right to that butcher. They're going to call... They'd call a penalty point for that crossface. You know, you can shoot that arm across the guy's face pretty hard if you want, but when you rear back a little bit, that's where they get you. And I think that's what the referee interpreted that as being. So it's still 3-1, Porter on top. Going to cut him loose, make it 3-2. Right to that high crotch. See if he can cover. There we go. 6-2 Porter. There we go. Still wants that butcher. You've got to reach that other arm through here, Porter. If you reach that other arm through, I think you can walk around the head. Got a leg in, looking for that Turk. He's got a chance for a 4 count here. Not going to pin him with this. You got to let it reset, switch to something else here.
And in our junior varsity matchup on mat number 2, the winner.
Same hold, so you still just got the same 4 points. It'll be 10-2. There you go. Now they can award them, and you can reset. Always got an elbow and wrist. You got a chance to run this. He sat back into it. Nice job. As Porter started to run that, Dalton wrestler kind of sat back into him, got that reversal. Porter had a chance to probably tack another 4 points onto that lead. Right now it's 10-4 with about 15 seconds left in the period. Gave up a 1 point there, but no back points. I think he can get the escape right there on the edge. It's going to make it 11-4. After that period. Porter's pointing at his mouth. I don't know if he's bleeding or what. 11-4. He had that one penalty point. He got a little sloppy when he had that wrist and elbow as he started to run that.
And so he got him to his back once, and he had a pretty good hold.
He's got the same thing right here. He's got the elbow, and he's going to get the backside wrist. Let's see if he runs it a little differently this time and is cognizant of the fact that he got caught in that. He's going for a tilt here with it. What in the Wild West? They're going to call this potentially dangerous there. Of course, looking at this weigh-in sheet, I don't think Cam McCluggage is going to get a match tonight at 190. I think he's going to get a second forfeit. Porter's looking for that butcher. There you go. Reach that arm under. Now you can bundle it up, and all you got to do is walk around the head with your legs. That's nice and tight.
Got a 2 count.
He's got him smothered here. There it is. That's a nice series. Just got caught that one time. Got a little maybe overly aggressive with that arm bar and wrist as he ran that. Didn't keep his wrestler flat. When you feel those hips start coming up, they're going to sit back into you. And that Dalton wrestler's a big, strong kid, and he was able to muscle out of that.
So that'll make it 48-12.
Yeah. And then we're going to see Grady Hawkins for the first time tonight. He got a forfeit in his first round match against Wooster. He's going to wrestle Caden Russell for Dalton. Of course, Grady was talking to me today in the hallway, and I think mistakenly took me saying that he was methodical as somehow being slow, and that's not what I meant, Grady. I mean, he's just very purposeful in his movements. He likes that single leg when he gets that underhook. He does a nice job jacking that underhook up. He's a big, strong kid. Just got shucked there, but he's got to keep hand control and not let him return him to the mat. There's no points yet.
Somehow able to stay up there.
Yeah, but he does get the takedown. So this will be Caden Russell with the opening takedown. It's going to put him up 3-0. Of course, we've seen Hawkins. We know one of his strengths is really on top. He's a terrific wrestler on top. Nothing here. Let's see. We got about closing in on a minute in the period. See if Grady can work back up to his feet. Going back to that shuck. You got to watch in that collar tie-up. You can kind of tell that's what he wants, so don't give that to him. He went to it twice now. The first time he did get the takedown from it. Just a single leg takedown off that hand tap. He's going to cover the feet. He's going to get a second takedown. That was a good shot. He went to a little head tap and he dropped down low. Came up with that leg. Was able to get the foot sweep to secure the takedown. Closing in on 15 seconds in the period. See if Hawkins can get one more escape. If he gets choice, I could see the coaches putting him on top. Good job dropping to that leg. Hawkins did a nice job getting to his feet. Good job by the Dalton wrestler dropping to that single leg. He's going to defer. Okay, Dalton's going to stay neutral. I don't think I'd go underneath him either. Oh, he shot right off the whistle. You got to be ready for that. That's going to be their third takedown. It's going to make it 9-1.
Didn't even have a chance to
No,
move
but you know
there.
what? Coaches aren't ever going to be happy when that happens because they're going to tell you when you put your foot on that line, be ready. So that's exactly what can happen. And we're going to see Dylan Sowers come up next. He'll be our last match of the night, and he's going to be facing for Dalton. It looks like Cohen Riddenbach, who comes in at 264. So Sowers going to be giving up about 43 pounds in this heavyweight. He gave up about 32 pounds in his last match, but of course won by fall. 9-1 here. We got about a minute 30 left in the second. They're going to call Hawkins underneath for stalling. He's got a wrist and a wing here. See if Hawkins can fight this off and get back up to his feet. Just like see Grady get to this period where he gets a chance to work his stuff on top. Down to about a minute in the period. Russell for Dalton's in control right now. Have a little trouble turning Hawkins. Hawkins gets back up to his feet again. Russell drops that leg again. We got a warning on green because you got to return him to the mat, and he didn't. So each wrestler having a stalling warning. 31 seconds left here in the period. 9-1. I think you're going to get escape. There you go. That's good work, Hawkins. That's a good job working that escape. Let's get one takedown here before the end of the period. Get yourself back in this match. Be careful pushing in. He's going to go back to that shuck. There it is. Yep, he's going to get the takedown because the hands hit the mat. Let's make it 12-2. It's going to be Hawkins' choice. I think you got to go top. Yep.
You got to go top, and you got to try to get the fall.
You got to get the fall. And like I said, this is we've watched him enough this year. This is one of his strengths. This is probably his best position, but he's got to break him down first and see if he can work his stuff. Russell knows that. He chose neutral to start that second. He didn't want to wrestle underneath Hawkins, but he hits the switch. He's going to get the reversal. That's going to make it 14-2. Trying to go near side cradle. Got to keep that hand if you're Hawkins. There you go. Just belly down hard. Don't let him run that on you. Grady doing a good job defending underneath. Most of the damage Russell's done has been on his feet. Kind of surprised he hasn't pushed that position more.
If he can get him turned, a 3 count would end it.
It would, yeah. He's up 12 right now, and he's got the cradle, near side cradle locked up. No back points yet though. It's a great job fighting that off.
He had the 1 count.
He did. I'll tell you what, Grady Hawkins is a strong kid. I mean, if you're gonna try to lock a cradle up on him, you better be using all your strength because he's gonna kick out of that, and he did. 14-2. Like I said, I'm surprised he just hasn't gone for 2 more takedowns. There you go. That's good shot defense. 14-3 though, running out of time. Needs a big move. It's about the only thing that's going to get you in it. That and a pin. Kind of pushing in again. Watch that shuck. He's done it 3 times. Tried it again. Nice single leg off of it. Cracks back. He's got the hips on the mat. He should be able to finish us. He's trying to go out to the head. He wants that tech fall. Going to make it 17-3. It's 14-point lead. Just got to fight your back, Grady. Okay, saves his team a team point. And this should be the last match of the night coming up here. This is Dylan Sowers and Cohen Riddenbach for Dalton. Team score, not an issue. We know West Holmes going to win this duel. Sowers wants to see if he can go 2-0. And, of course, he's given up a lot of weight here. He's given up a good 30-some pounds. We'll see if he can get this match to where he wants it, which is him on top. Riggenbach digging in hard for that underhook. Trying for double under. Just got to fight this off if you're Sowers and pummel out of this. Don't let him jack this up to a bear hug.
He's given up just a little bit of height in this match, too.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big heavyweight. He weighed in at 264, so like I said, Sowers giving up about 43 pounds here. You know, the big thing for Sowers is try to get the match to where he's on top. You know, then he's not giving up weight. They're carrying his weight. He's just got to be safe here in this first period. Riggenbach looks like he really wants to dig in with 2 underhooks and try to jack him up to some type of bear hug. Sowers, though, is going to have to circle. I was just going to say that. There's going to be a first stalling warning. If you feel that guy pushing in, circle with him just a little bit. Don't back up the whole time. Easier said than done when you're giving up 40 pounds, though. Got 1 minute down in the period. Both guys kind of operating out of this collar tie. There's a snap down. It's a good job getting back up. Watch the throw here as you come up. Got a nice underhooking, fighting for head position. Got it closing in on 30 seconds in the period. Got to get him off your head, Sowers. He's trying to just snap you down now. There it is. Nothing yet. He's still got that leg. Got to keep trying to square up. All right, he's going to give up that takedown. Got about 20 seconds here in the period. 3-0. Got to survive this period if you're Sowers. Try to get your choice and go on top. Down to 5 seconds.
Sowers is going to go on top here.
I think that's the right choice. You got to break them down. If you can just get them broken down one time, Sowers can work some stuff. But that's got to happen first. There we go. You know, Sowers is one of those guys, he likes that butcher. He'll run that head to the tricep and then try to walk around it, but he's got to flatten him back out. There we go. Now you can work it. Riggenbach trying to stay flat and protect against that. Sowers trying to flatten him out. Wants to work it. Now he's going under the arms. Of course, Sowers has had that warning, that stalling warning. Like to see that work both ways here. Make the Dalton wrestler kind of work a little harder on bottom, ref. There it is. See if that opens some opportunities up for Sowers. Can't just stay on bottom and just kind of belly down like that. You got to try to work up. If he does, Sowers will get an opportunity for that butcher.
I thought he had already received a stalling warning.
Yeah, that one was actually on Sowers when he was kind of backing up in that first period, fighting off those underhooks. Boy, he's down to about 30 seconds. So you're not going to get a chance to be on top again because there's no way this Dalton wrestler's letting you going underneath. His coaches are going to probably put him on top or go back to that neutral position. But it's still just a one takedown match if they do that. And a stalling warning would even give you a point if you're Sowers.
Surprised we haven't seen another one come out here.
Well, I think he's got to get off the hips himself a little more to kind of buy that call, and he hasn't done that. So we're going to go to the third period. Choice is going to go to Dalton. Let's see what they do. Neutral, yep. Okay, a takedown would tie this. Let's see if Sowers can get a snap down or something of his own. He's pummeling in himself. Don't back up. You can hear Coach Vaughn saying circle. Don't back up off the mat. I don't know if I'd go to this collar tie. Riggenbach has got that snap down. That was his one takedown in that first period. think Sowers needs to try to work an underhook and get a snap down of his own. Got to get Rickenbach out of that stance. Hasn't been able to do that. 3-0 as they go back to center. Minute 31 left in the match.
Both these guys look tired.
They do. I mean, there's a lot of, you might just think they're pushing and shoving, but they're using a lot of strength and a lot of muscle out there to fight these holds off that these guys are trying to get them in. Like I said, Rickenbach just kind of pushing, trying to probably buy that stall call if he can, and Sowers just hasn't found a way to get him out of his stance yet. He's got to get him off that collar tie, though. That's just going to lead to another snap down and a push out. I think I keep circling with him, try to make him get a little more active. About a minute left. Both guys in a double collar tie. There's not many scoring opportunities. Outside of a snap down, there's not much you can do from here. There's a stalling call on Sowers. That's going to be the point Dalton wanted. So now it's 4-0, and you're going to have to go for something big here soon. Wizard out of that. Kind of worked up into an underhook.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Going to have to go for it. It's tough, too, because you're tired, you're sweaty. These guys are slippery. It's not like you're going to get a great hold on a throw, even. And this 2-1, that's going to be time. Could be 4-0 Dalton. Really nothing Sowers could get going against that 40-pound size difference. Just couldn't open them up.
So that'll make the final score 54-19, and Will, a good showing from the West Holmes wrestlers today.
Yeah, you know, obviously 70-7 against Wooster and 54-19 for Dalton, and they've got one more dual meet on the road Thursday that we won't be at, and then they're heading down to Columbus for those state duels.
It's going to be an exciting time. They got the number 8 seed, I believe, in those state duels. So
they did. So my guess is they probably drew Bishop Watterson, I would imagine, would probably be the 1 seed.
I think so. I haven't looked at the bracket yet. But our coverage this year from our home wrestling meets has been brought to you by the Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denko Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Holmes Wayne Electric, Hummel Group, Kaufman Realty and Auctions, Pomerane Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Char, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Rody's IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy and Hobbrins Insurance, and of course, our friends at Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery sponsoring our man of the match, and we got to choose that man of the match here, Will.
That's going to be tough. I mean, we got a handful of guys that won both of them tonight. Some guys did, but some guys got forfeits. Looking at this, I think, you know, you're looking at probably a choice between probably Cole Porter, Loudon Dixon, and maybe A.J. Roberts again. I mean,
well, it is senior night, so I think let's look at. I'm thinking Cole Porter. I don't know about you.
Cole Porter had 2 falls on the night, I believe, against some wrestlers. Roberts also had 2 falls. But I agree. I think Cole Porter looked pretty dominant tonight on his feet. High crotch was working, and I think that last wrestler for Downey that he stuck was a pretty solid kid. So I have no argument with that either.
Cole Porter going to be our Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery man of the match. He's going to get a $25 Bell Bugs gift card and a T-shirt courtesy of our friends over at Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Any final thoughts as we wrap up our broadcast season for wrestling, Will?
No, it's just been fun. Like I said, I love the addition of the Bully Dog Towing's man of the match. Appreciate that for J.B. Bart helping these kids out, spurring them on to want to achieve, and just another great season so far for Coach Vaughn and West Holmes Wrestling.
Okay, well, Will, always a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure's mine.
Our producer tonight has been Natalie Holbrook, Abby Jones, our videographer. Can't do it without them, so thank you so much, guys. Always great to work with you. I'm just going to keep talking here because I see your hand on the button. You're ready. No, it's always great working with them. Once again, final scores here. West Holmes winning 54-19 over Wooster, and 70-7. Had lost that one for a second there over Worcester, and 54-19 over Dalton. For Will O'Donnell, as well as Natalie Holbrook and Abby Jones, I'm Jake Sidle, signing off, reminding you to stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow here on WKLM. Have a great night, everyone.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.